Hello, and welcome back to the altars. We've got a new task today. We've got to see what's happening in the kitchen. Apparently, there's something we should know, and I'm guessing it's probably going to be to do with the beer. Might not be, but it probably will be. Is the sheep dead?
I knew there was something wrong with her. I saw it. And I didn't do anything. Wait, what the hell happened to her? What does it look like? She's gone. Molly's gone.
Uh-oh.
What? But why? I mean, no, that's not possible. There was never any problem with her. I came to see her like I did every day, and she was just lying motionless, cold and stiff. Yeah, poor thing. Never got to see a real meadow in her short life. At least her life had meaning. She will be remembered as the first living organism ever to be created with the use of rubidium. Now it's just us.
Right, let's on with a moment of silence. Whoever poisoned her is going to pay for this. It was probably us, and it was probably by accident.
She was our loyal companion on this journey. Let's at least honor her with a moment's silence. Should I remind you that we are in the kitchen? The place where food is prepared? The longer Molly is lying around in here, the higher the risk of contamination. He called her by her name. And he does have a point. Shouldn't we be worried about the contamination that might have ended her?
We definitely
Let's
should
just decide
be.
what to do quickly and get back to work. This is taking too much time. Molly's been a part of this mission before any of us arrived. In a way, she paved the way for us. I say we bury her with honors. I can tell you how I like to go. With fireworks. Still, we are talking about corporate property here. I say we put her in the freezer and take her back to Earth. Ally Corp scientists might be interested in her. But it's your call, Jan. You're the captain. What do you think?
Let's cremate her as quickly as possible. We should give her a proper burial. Yeah, proper burial.
Let's bury her with honors on this godforsaken planet. No. We can't do that. What? Why not? Don't you all remember what they said at training? If any member of the crew dies for an unknown reason, it is the duty of the scientist on board to carry out a post-mortem without delay.
He is correct. We need
Member
to
of
find
the
out
crew?
what's wrong.
She was a live being, and her cause of death is unknown. We should find out what really happened. We owe it to her, and to ourselves.
Yeah.
And it's a mandatory procedure. Let's do it.
If the food's
Let's perform an
contaminated
autopsy
or
and
something
see
up
what
with
we
the
can find out.
greenhouse.
All right? I won't argue with procedures.
Yeah, that's the thing. If it's tainted food or something, then we need to know what the problem is. Because that could mean that, well, or if it's something that's wrong with altars. You know, if we find out, oh yeah, if you're a clone, you only live for X amount of days, then you basically die from poison or something. Yeah, people probably need to. We need to know that, because it's all kind of unknown at the moment. Right, we need a minerals outpost if possible. There's a lot of climbing we need to do, it would seem. If we want to advance forward. We can go straight to this outpost though, and I recommend we do, and try to, like I say, let's explore and maybe get some We'll explore and we'll get some minerals found, hopefully. I can see a deposit of them up there. Right, so... I probably want to check assignments as well before the day gets too far into it. Let's have a look. Right, where is the sheep autopsy? There we go. Remove hook upgrade. And then queue it back as the second thing we'll research. Yeah, we need minerals for all this stuff now, and assignments, refinery, greenhouse, and we can assign the miner somewhere. Then I guess we'll put him on organics. Okay. I think if I were to end up doing a second playthrough, I think I'd definitely stay away from the miner on a second playthrough. It seems like a massive liability. Right. Just wholly unreliable. Constantly injuring himself and causing issues. I think it keeps saying that he's got like insecurities and anxiety, but there isn't. I'm not seeing any option on how to deal with it with him to get rid of that. All I can think is we might have to get that. I think you can get like a shrink hired at some point. I'm sure I've seen like a clinic or something available to build or research somewhere. So he literally might need therapy or something to sort it out. Looks like we've immediately found the minerals we're after, by the way. Excellent. Right. Pylons. Not pylons, scanner probe thingies.
All done. Should I take care of this now?
Yes.
There's nothing more to do here. Should I move there?
No. Botanist can move to the kitchen. Oh, nothing queued. Wait, nothing queued? Oh, so it's probably... Nothing queued, nothing. Did I? Oh, I bet I removed the uphold. Yeah, I'll have removed the uphold because we needed the organics, didn't we? Right. We'll stick him in the greenhouse again, I guess then. And there's the mineral deposit. And it's already connected. Quite handy. Right. On that note... Right, we've got someone on organics. We've got the technician in the workshop. Let's put the technician on minerals. Why are we producing in the workshop anyway? Just radiation filters. We don't need metals right now. Another anomaly over there. Metals deposit here. I don't think we can even climb up there, can we? Right, yeah, it's not even an option. So we could, let's see, we can, apparently we know where that's going to lead us. But not this way. We can have a quick look. Oh! I get the feeling of this being like a sort of a big crevasse. I think that it's probably going to be a very vertical map, this one, from the looks of things. Lots of stuff on top of stuff, you know. We can grab some minerals. Right, it looks like okay, let's go back this way and we'll see what's up here. Is that something I can climb? Would appear so. Right. Energy wall blocks all connections between buildings. If you walk through it, your suit battery will be completely discharged. Is this doing anything? It doesn't look like it's doing anything to it. Well, that's drained our suit battery doing that. So I might as well just do this. Metals. Right. And none of these, like, I'm just going to say none of them are moving toward me, are they? Right, that one's a pulsing one. Ah, pushing me against the wall. Right, so if we want to go up here, we're going to need a suit battery. Like a consumable suit battery that we can use. Or is that? Yeah, we can drill through this and get up there as well. So either or will do, but we need one of them. And then we can create a metal outpost up here. That seems to be most of this area explored then. We just got this to explore next. There are still a few things though, like down here and up here. Let's recharge our suit and see what's out there, shall we?
Come see me. I'd like to draw your attention to something.
Oh, I hope it's not bad news with the sheep. Battery is full, radiation barrier is off, it's fine. We haven't got any magnetic storms or anything on the way, so still good for now. So now I want to get up one level here. Right, that needs the hook upgrade. I've got a feeling this is probably going to just circle back around, but yeah, so we know that goes up to now, it comes back down around here. I'm guessing this will lead down to this bit that I need to drop down again for, and that's all she wrote, right. So this half seems to be almost, but not entirely, apart from this high climb here, it's otherwise fully explored. With a drill charge we can get into here and get some metals. It's not a priority at the moment. Or we can get through to it with a battery. That would also work. One or the other. But it's not a massive priority at the moment. Given that we've got like 500 metals. We've got a good supply for a long time. We should be able to get, especially if we go back right now and we could get to work on it perhaps. What's the miner doing as well? Is he assigned? Because I'm going to say he's in the social room at the moment. I don't blame him on it. It seems like, yeah, he's probably feeling a bit out of sorts, as he always does. Okay. Right, we can...
Progress with Molly's autopsy.
That's what we've got here. Can we get things done? Yes. Qubit chip. It will only take an hour. Right. Okay, we're tired. We will get to work. Dorms, my social room. Here's the scientists. Somewhere.
Residual pop rocks in the mouth of your cab driver.
Did you find out why she died?
Hey, are you done with the post-mortem? Did we find Molly's cause of death? Yes and no.
Oh.
Don't you just love science?
I know the direct cause of death, and it wasn't food poisoning.
No?
No, it was a severe brain hemorrhage.
What? Why?
That's the tricky part. Her brain looked changed. Part of it was covered with a strange, transparent film, like mutated tissue of some sort.
Right. They're talking about a tumor.
Are you talking about a brain tumor?
I don't know, Jan. I'm not a neurosurgeon, and I'm certainly not a veterinarian. Basic autopsy on a human being is all I'm trained to do. I ran a sample through our standard lab tests, and it doesn't fit any known results. So all I can tell you is this isn't any condition I could put a name on.
This is not satisfactory. Yeah, probably what we're gonna have to say. We need to figure
This
this
is
out.
not a satisfactory conclusion. We need to know more.
I agree. We do know it wasn't the food nor bad air conditioning. However, there could be other external factors at play. This planet, the Interal. Who knows if the proximity plane doesn't interact with our reality in some ways we don't yet understand? We have no idea about the microbiome here, bacteria, maybe even viruses.
Viruses? What are you saying? We should all get tested, just to be on the safe side.
Technician was right.
So,
Yeah.
the technician was right when he urged us to examine the sheep. And we were right to listen to him. Now let's follow through. Okay. How do you want to proceed? MRI scanning. A simple procedure that will give us the first crucial answer. Is anything affecting our brains too? All I need from you is a simple upgrade of our infirmary. Think you can handle that?
Right.
Okay. I'll take care of it right away. Excellent. We'll start the checkups immediately after it's ready.
Okay, I think that probably the idea here might be we might do it right away, but then again I might. We now have, where is it, qubit level 3, don't we? Yeah, there it is. Which means we can go down here and we can get some help with this. Right. Without thinking, another shitty day at school, you're taking the longer route home. What's the fight about? A girl shouts for help, she's looking straight at you. You should intervene. Instinctively, you lunge forward and take her wallet and start running. Before you know it, you're chasing them. Oh, they take her wallet. I was going to say, really? What? the doc robbed someone? No. They took her wallet. We ran after and tried to stop them. Right. And yeah, contemplation room might be something we want. So, without thinking, let's just go for it. I think we need a doctor. Oh, there's a whole load of stuff here we're going to have to read through, isn't there? Never been here before. You stop, gasping for breath. The thieves are gone, you look around. You've never been here before. People are sleeping on the street, beggars, junkies. You tell them they... Then you see him, they call him Doc. He's handing out food and medicine, like a saint among sinners. He sees you. What the hell are you doing here? Off with you, go home. Edgar, you wake up on the street, your father's words from last night ringing in your ears. You're a useless boy. You were right to reel back at him, but Mum, so passive in all this. You remember the rage and the urge to just take your things and leave. You're on your own now. Scared and cold, but hey, is that the street doctor? He's smiling at you, asking if you're alright. My name's Edgar, he says. We did it, we saved a life. That girl was about to overdose and you were there for her. Suddenly you feel proud of yourself. And you know Edgar is proud of you too, like Dad would never be. It was such a good decision to leave home. Edgar is a man of values, and living with him made you realise you want to be a doctor just like him. They call you a natural talent, but they don't know how hard you've been working for this. Working as a paramedic to pay tuition fees. burning the midnight oil to study for exams. This apprenticeship is a dream come true. Finally, you'll get to see how things work in a hospital, observe doctors other than Edgar in action. Become even better. You like these afternoons with Edgar. When you can cook for him and he tells you what's up on the streets, you worry that he shouldn't be working so much at his age. You wait to break the news to him. You're the youngest junior doctor at the centre. He'll be proud. Maybe agree to a bit of celebration even. You stare at him in bewilderment, your father, here, in your doctor's office. You listen to talk to him about Mum's illness and how he found you. So it's about pushing her up the waiting line. It's madness. He has no idea who you are. What you're trying to do. Be fair to people. Treat everyone equally. It's an oath you took in your heart, and he wants you to break it. But it's your mum. You can't pretend not to care. And then there's another alternation here, which leads to a shrink. Betraying yourself. You know you're betraying yourself, but you're not stone cold. You can't just leave Mum like this when she needs you. You reach for the phone and start making calls. So push her up the waiting list a bit. Looking at her recovering so quickly, all thanks to that quick and accurate diagnosis, flipping through her results, you know she's going to be alright. Still, it's a shame about Dad. For a moment, you really hoped he'd changed. At least the treatment gave Mum the strength to leave him. And it feels like you two can start again, as mother and son. Edgar didn't answer your call again. The part of you feels he's right to be disappointed. You put your personal happiness first. How easily you've forgotten about your oath to help the poor and the lonely. How far you've wandered from being on the street with them to living in a cosy studio. What if you just got rid of everything and started over? You wake up in the middle of the night. They tell you the fever lasted 5 days. You don't remember anything. Slowly it all comes back to you. A war-scarred village, the local community, your days and nights of treating hungry children, wearing yourself out. You reach for the phone, still no reply from Edgar. It's funny how relative things are. You'd think there's more work than ever, but things are much easier when you've someone to confide in. Ishi. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. It's either Ishi or Eshi, something like that. Is so supportive, and she's doing so much for the community. Instead of benefiting from being the mayor's wife, she goes out to people, and she helps you out a lot. You love to talk to her. She brightens up your days. Cooking for the community. The free kitchen was a great idea. You remember how much cooking for Edgar meant to you. Ishi's so deft with providing supplies through her foundation, then you'll find enjoying making people happy by cooking for them. You need to write to Mum for some of her recipes. Surely you could adjust to the local ingredients. Familiar guilt. Such a familiar feeling. It all seemed so innocent at first, your relationship, but of course it wasn't. You were selfish and you dragged her down. It was just a matter of time before her husband found out. An affair? Yep, saw that coming. Sounds so immoral. Are you immoral? Is this who you are? A selfish, worthless arsehole who keeps making bad choices and then just runs away from them. Where do you run to now? Redemption. You keep thinking about it lately. What does it mean? Does it lie in space? Is that mysterious substance everyone is talking about? Going on one of these missions must require a lot of self-discipline and sacrifice. Maybe you should just go. Find a cure for hunger. That would be something, but can you get it right this time? And then it gets on the spaceship. Right. There we go. You really diverged from the path, didn't it? Very different. Just looking as well, a miner. Ah, it's when mining metals as well, so we're not actually getting his bonus when we're mining organics. There's no real purpose to putting him on there than anything else. Guard disciplines, altars in the contemplation room. Scientist, refiner, plus bonus of efficiency when refining enriched metals into metals and organics. And then we get a worker, 50% efficiency in crafting items in the workshop. I think we might want to go to them pretty quick. If we've now got a doctor who can also cook, then we've got someone in the greenhouse and someone cooking at all times, which means we should be able to provide more food more easily. If we can increase our material efficiency with the refiner and worker, that could be a huge get for us. Then maybe we want a shrink. So we're going more into like, yeah. So that'll be economy upgrades then. And then we'll have room for one more in that dormitory, and we could get a shrink, and he might help the miner and probably some of these with their issues. Might be something to look into. Right. Okay, and it says available slots at the bottom there. We've got enough room for another 5 apparently. Though again, we need the dorm rooms for it, and I think each dorm is 4, isn't it? I mean, we can just check. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I'm fairly certain as well if we look at the actual dorm thing itself for 4 people. Yeah. So we can have up to another 3, and we probably should push it to its max, and we probably should really start getting food production going.
Up world we live in, huh?
If we can designate, I'd probably get like the worker and get him on. Like, what does the worker do exactly? He's crafting, isn't he? He's good for. That's what it was. Well, crafting. The refiner's good for, well, refining, obviously. We could have, say, like the worker on organics, and then the refiner doing his thing, and we could put the miner on the enriched deposit that we've got. And if we've got people constantly on food and cooking, we should be able to keep a steady flow of food, which means, yeah, then we get more people, and then we get much more efficient resource gains. Should be able to work that. I think, yeah, we'll definitely get all that done. Right, we'll sleep and talk to him in the morning. Hopefully as well, this autopsy that we're doing now, with a doctor on board, we'll be able to get to the bottom of it a lot easier. Right. I moved the wound, didn't I? It's next to machinery now. The radiation thing is off, but we haven't got any filters anyway. We should make one. Time to wake up.
Hey there. Time to wake up. Don't be freaked out, okay? Everything's fine. Yeah, of course. Right. So, where do you think you are? Well, looks like I'm where I'm supposed to be. And not.
You're on a mining mission.
Well, it's a mining mission. Remember signing up for that? Getting on board the ship? Going into cryosleep? Yes, I do. But why do I feel as if I'm looking in a distorted mirror? Are you... me? Is this some kind of metaphysical experience?
You could say so.
In a way, you could say that. But before we get into it, I need to ask you some routine questions. You know who you are? Sound question. A lifetime isn't enough to find the answer. Look, it's not a test. Stating your name and role on this mission will be enough. Okay. In that case, my name is Jan Dolski. I volunteered to join the crew as a physician. I passed all the tests. They told me my resume was adequate. So, what went wrong?
I'll be honest, a lot went wrong.
I'll be honest with you. A lot of things went wrong. This will sound disturbing, but my name is Jan Dolski, too. I'm the one who went on this mission, but things got complicated and I needed help. So, I decided to create alternative versions of myself with different memories of their lives, different skills, and you're one of them. What? Wait, does that mean, yeah, you're my alter. But my life, I was supposed to. I wanted to make amends.
Right, you don't have to worry about that anymore. Plenty of good deeds to be done here. Both good answers.
And you can still do that, believe me. Plenty of good deeds to be done here. You don't understand. I need to fix things. Everything's connected. My scars, the blisters on my hands. Wow. They're so impeccable. And my tattoo, it's gone. What happened to me? Who am I? Calm down, please. I know this is a lot to process, but it might help you to know that you're not the first to be going through this. Talking to the others might help you understand it all better. Take your time. Try to settle in gradually. Read the mission logs. Mission logs? I'm not dead, right? This isn't it.
Death is something we're trying to avoid.
Death is something we're trying to avoid. That's why you're here. Okay. The absurd man says yes, and his efforts will henceforth be unceasing. Come again? Oh, just, a quote that came to me from, never mind. Just get some rest.
Right. The doctor is on board. Right. Well, we probably want to get a radiation filter in soonish. Probably at the end of the day we'll put one in. Also, there'll be new research to do, won't there? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's a lot. And there's the base expansion. That's going to be huge. Food farms. Efficient food. Raw packages are produced 25% faster. Unlocks food farms which can be placed anywhere on an organics area to automatically create 3 raw food per day. And then it increases it to 6 food per day. Right, personal cabin, where one alter can sleep. Privacy has a positive effect on moods. Module shields. Unlocks module shield that slows the deterioration of a module by 50%. Granting a longer time without repairs. A shielded module also has a bigger chance of not getting damaged during magnetic storms. Okay, we're getting into some very interesting tech on base now, aren't we? Economy. ALX metals conversion, minerals conversion, enriched minerals efficiency. If we can get the outpost, that is. 15% faster, and then here 15% faster again, and 30% faster there. Jesus Christ. Unlocks automatic mining outposts that don't require an operator. 1 work day of an automatic outpost equals 7 hours of human work on a basic. That's going to save a lot of labour. We could put that on things like, say, the enriched metals and things, or you could put it on like the organics or something, and yeah, definitely some stuff to be done here. Then over on exploration, probe upgrade 2, so we can have even more probes. Not a massive deal. Illuminator density 2, increases the density of illuminator's light, allowing quicker anomaly neutralization. So by 25% on the first one, 100% on the second. Jesus, okay. Then we can increase range by a bunch. Anomaly shield. Neutralizes the radiation from walking into an anomaly. A basic shield can only survive 1 encounter. This research adds 1 charge. So we can get 2 charges of an anomaly shield. Suit upgrade 2. Increase the capacity of the suit's battery to 10 bars and rad resistance to 50%. We could practically just stay out all night if we wanted at that rate. Doing extra work. Looks like as far as the base goes, we've got most of the modules now. So making a larger base, we're not going to need loads more rooms. So we can probably focus on getting 1 of every room, and then just focusing on maybe having more dorms and then upgrading from dorms to personal cabins. Right, might be an idea then. Then after that it's all about food upgrades. Of course it's not over yet, we've still got a 4th level of tech that has a few final things to get, but we'll see how we go. We should be able to get most of these done in this zone, I reckon, because we did the last time. Production here. MRI upgrade. A scanner that can be added to the infirmary equipment. 100 metals. We need 100 minerals. Set the uphold to 1. Right, and it's going to need... Yeah, we're going to need minerals, a lot of minerals. So assignments. So the dock is going to go in the kitchen. And botanist in the greenhouse. We will set the greenhouse food to 20. And cooked meals, yeah, we'll keep that at 10. We might increase it actually up to 15. Right, because we've got a few more people now. I want to have enough for at least 2 days worth, which would be 12. Right. But we'll push it up to 15 just to have a nice nice number. Just put it up to the nearest multiple of 5. Yeah, straight up I could start another altar right away, and I should. We're going to get a few going right away here. And I think we'll start with the refiner. But I think before we do that and set things in motion, I think we'll call it there for the episode. And then we'll get another guy, set things off tomorrow. For now though, thank you very much for watching. This has been the altars. And yeah, we'll probably get the refiner and then the worker in the next episode. I'll see you then.